is INCRadio DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all of our viewers and listeners tuning in with us here in INCRadio, Texas Satellite Studio. We are currently here in Humboldt, Texas, tuning in here for INCRadio. It is currently what time is it? Right? Is it what? Is it 10 o'clock in the morning? Is it 6?
Is it 11?
It's 11. Is it midnight?
10. 10
10?
in the Philippines. 10 a.m. in the Philippines?
At 10 in the Philippines. So that
10.
makes 10 So that makes it what? 9 o'clock Central Time. Okay, it is 9 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time here in Humboldt, Texas, and I am here with our amazing correspondents here.
Hi, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, magandang umaga, magandang tanghali, at magandang gabi. I miss doing this. I've been gone for like, what, a month? 2?
It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute.
That I've gone. High key, I kind of miss it, but here I am. So I'm Sister Mayfame Zaragoza from the local of Sugarland District of Texas. Of course, from Sugarland.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Sister Savannah Nieva, and I'm from the local congregation of Sugarland as well, Ecclesiastical District of Texas.
Yes,
Sugarland.
yes. Thank you all so much for joining us here for this broadcast of INCRadio, Texas. Now, for our topic for today, we're going to be talking about keeping it together, and in this broadcast of INCRadio, we will be talking a lot about the Christian Family Organization here in the Ecclesiastical District of Texas. Now, of course, today we will be talking about different things that our family likes to do, plan, and of course, the different things that we like to do to bond over, which of course we like to do to, of course, strengthen our relationship with our families. And of course, we like to talk about the different ways and how we like to, of course, keep it together.
It together.
Yes,
I
keeping
cannot
it
do.
together.
No, I'm just joking.
Different ways of how we like to keep it together, whether it be over things fun, of course, when or maybe in times when things get tough as well. And of course, as we are having our topic, we can never have our show without our question of the night.
Which
Question of the
is-
night, of course, which is, what do you think makes a family strong? So to all of our viewers, don't forget to answer our question of the night in our live YouTube chat. We'll be sure to read them at some point during our show. Now, as we're having this discussion, we're going to kick things off with our panelists here. So, what do you think makes a family strong?
food.
The most important part.
The most important part. Sorry. The most important part is food. There you go. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like communication makes a family strong, because open communication is very important. It's not just towards like couples. It's like it's everybody basically. Communication is a great way to talk, to understand, to advise, or give unsolicited advice. Either way, it's a good way to keep everything together and keep everybody in one level, I think. Like what I like to say is brainwaves are waving. So because
Brainwaves are waving.
because y'all are on the same page, because you guys communicate, you guys talk. So if one is weak, the others can make them strong, or if the others are too strong, one can make them humble, you know.
Was that a pun right there? Make things humble? 'Cause-
Hey, we are. Wait, okay, that food was good. That was
Yes.
buzzing, because now we're like hyped up.
Right.
But what about you, Sister Savannah? What do you think makes a family strong?
What I personally think makes a family strong is not only communication, like what Sister Mayfan had said, but I also think probably a quality time together. Because I feel like that's definitely a very important part with the way that our Christian Family Organization hosts family hours. So we have that 1 hour of the week to spend together to go over our Christian values and just remind each other that we are there for each other, both, not just physically, but also spiritually. And just, that also, obviously feeds into communication, but most importantly, quality time, like, just going out, spending time going to the movies maybe, or just watching, yeah, just hanging out together. I feel like that's the main part because a lot of families, I feel like, have different schedules. At least for my family, at least we're always on a different schedule. We might not even see each other throughout the day, just see each other, say good night, and that's about it, or just see each other in the car. I do remember one family was saying how they do a lot of car discussions, and I feel like we do that a lot.
We do that
Yes.
a lot. We have this thing called car pod.
Car pod,
It's just
yes.
an imaginary podcast where we just
Mhm.
in the car. Once the car stops, it ends. Like whatever is
You
talked in
know,
the car stays in the car.
if you're living in a place like Texas, or rather in a place like Houston, Texas, like
Mm.
where we are right now, that's where we are right now, right? Houston,
This is humble.
same thing.
Same thing.
Humble, Texas, yes.
Humble, Katie,
But
everything.
in a place like in a city like Humble, or in a city like Houston, there's a lot of driving. So
Yes.
of course, talking is quite something that you like to uh do when you try to get from point A to point B. I believe the average drive is like what, 32 an hour.
Yes,
It took us an hour to
definitely.
get here from
Yeah.
Sugarland. And that's
Mhm.
already in toll roads. So
Right.
yeah, an hour. 32 an
Mhm.
hour.
Okay, all right. And Sister Savannah, I also like how you mentioned spending time with one another, and of course, that's really something that we really love doing, especially inside the church, inside the Christian Family organization. And of course, that's really something that we did all throughout our years, especially as children. Not only us as children, but also back when our parents as children.
Yes.
So, what do you think is something that all of us need to remember, even when we were kids?
I want to say
Yes. Do you want to go first?
it. It was okay. It's a thing that I said behind the scenes when we were like practicing or going through the the topic for tonight. Okay, guys. I always remember this. I know how to climb trees, but I do not know how to climb back down. So that's one thing that's engraved in my mind.
You can't get down the same way you got back up.
No, really no.
If you went up one way, you should be able to go down another way.
I remember this because we have a farm, right? And we have a rambutan tree. So
This is in the
in
Philippines,
the
yes.
Philippines, yes.
Okay, okay.
So I vividly remember like my dad would just watch me climb up, and then I would start sobbing up there because I don't know how to come back down. And my dad would just be like, "You got up there, you can come down," and then he would just leave, and I'm like, "Okay, well that taught me independence. Now I'm strong." Eh. So I don't know. Sister Savannah, do you have something to add?
Well, I'm sure it's a little fresh for you because you're the youngest one of all of us.
Oh yeah, she is.
So yeah, just a little kid. But do you have anything else, Chloe Justin?
Oh, it's been a while. Well, of course. Okay, so I don't know how it is now, but I really hope it is. But well, back when I was a kid, of course, quality time is one thing that we really like to do, especially doing things in person. In fact, a very long time ago, I would have this friend. He lives in California now. I'm sure both of you know who I'm referring to. Like every now and then, we would always see each other at each other's house, and we would just do things that you would expect boys to do, like reading comic books together, watching science fiction TV shows, and then as the years went on, we saw each other at the different activities inside the church. We motivated each other to join all these different uh, opportunities inside the church, all these extra uh, performances. And so, one thing that I like to remember about being a kid is just have fun. Yeah, have fun and enjoy life as a kid.
I feel like some parents, oh, this is gonna get serious, but I feel like some parents forget to have fun and that kids don't see what fun looks like. So I guess that's one thing that I feel like parents should always remember. Like, even though you're growing up, fun is something that's there. Change is constant, but fun will always be there.
Yes.
You'll always find fun things to do, not just with your significant other, but also with your kids, because they're your kids. You're happy with them, right? So planning things and activities that makes it fun, not just for you and for the whole family. Well, don't forget to have fun.
So, when it comes to having fun, what's one way that you would like to encourage your parents to have fun?
That's true. Wait. No, because me and my dad, we always have fun. We always yap. That's the thing. Okay, a lot of people might think like my dad is serious, but once you get to know him,
Yes.
oh, you're gonna walk out the door and you're just gonna be laughing. You're gonna remember a lot of jokes he's gonna give you. So I feel like that's one thing me and my dad really like to talk. A lot of people just don't know that. I feel like I also do that. Like if you don't know me that well, I'm gonna be really silent. But once you get to know me, like Sister Savannah and Brother Justin know me, I'm gonna yap your ears off. So,
Yes, for those, okay, I've mentioned this several times, and I'll go ahead and mention it again. But Sister Mayfan, you had so much character development uh, over the last few years.
you all should
because
watch the first broadcast that I was here. I will just nod and yes.
because when I first heard that you were here in our district, you just sent me like very soft spoken messages, like, "Okay, all right,
Okay po.
thank you, okay,
What
Paul,
time po?
thank you," and then and I'm talking to the other correspondents, and I'm like, is this really gonna work out? Because we're gonna need her to communicate with us.
Communication again.
And,
Yes. Go back.
and then a few months later, it's just and I'm like,
This is not her. Who is this? Even them from Sugarland, the first time they knew me, I was just in the
Yes.
corner and I would just be eating.
Mm.
And now we're yapping.
Yes.
We're yapping and
Always
eating.
together in the car.
Just
everything.
eating.
Yes.
Drive through and then eat and yap.
Yes, for sure.
what about you, Sister Savannah? What are some ways you like to encourage your family to have fun?
I would like to encourage my family to have fun by, like I said, just spending time together. Making that time out of like your schedule is really, I feel like, you're going out of your way to spend time with your loved ones, and I feel like that's very like, at least I'm more of a quality time person for sure. So I think that's definitely
The love language.
For sure,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yeah,
She always
exactly,
shows up.
yeah.
That's what I notice about. She always shows up. Her schedule
Yes.
is packed and she's here.
Right.
That's amazing. You're still able to find time to do that, especially with how busy you are.
Yes, yes.
So you don't know how busy she is. You should
Right.
see her calendar. Is person today.
I just showed her my calendar the other day, yeah, as well. But like I said, yeah, it doesn't even have to be like really like heavy, like hangout as well. It can literally just be running errands together. Because that's also a form of, like I said, just going out of your way to spend time with each other, just, be with each other, be each other's company. Like how we're here as well. We're also a family here in IC Radio.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Sister Savannah. And while we're going on with our show, let's go ahead and see who's tuning in with us here on our live YouTube chat. Looks like we have our one of our ministerial workers here in our district who says, "Please come check out the Australia booth tomorrow for some authentic Australian food." Have you ever had Australian foods before?
Australian, I've heard of Vegemite, if you guys know what that is.
Like I know they talk about stuff on putting shrimp on barbecue, but
Mm,
but I don't know exactly what makes it Australian. But I'm really looking
yes.
forward to that.
Like if you bite it, are you gonna get an accent?
And then and then we also have a Jerry Sim tuning in from here in Humboldt, Texas. We also have Del Camarillo, who's also here in Humboldt, Texas. And we also have Roger Palabasan, who says he learned to drive a car here in Houston. And greetings from Kuya Lester and Atajan. They're tuning in from Houston, Texas. And we also have Catherine Overcome is tuning in all the way from Corpus Christi, Texas, from one of our coastal cities here in our ecclesiastical district. And we also have our assistant district minister, Brother Chody Sampson, who's saying see you all tomorrow because we have a very exciting event that's happening tomorrow, which which of course we will talk about later on. And then we have Olivia Castillo, who's also tuning in from Houston, Texas. And we also have Russell Morana, who's answering a question of the night, which is what keeps a family strong is through bonding with family and activities like church activities, especially like the one that we will have tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes. And then we also have Benson Santa Maria, who's tuning in all the way from Edinburgh, Texas. And we also have Klein Byron, who says quality time with the whole family, also catching up after a whole day of work and school. And I think all of us here are in both work and school. Sister May fan, you go to work.
Yeah.
Sister Van, I think you're doing both now, right?
No, just school for now.
Oh,
Yes.
for now.
For now.
See, she's thinking ahead,
See? Yeah.
but then she shows up.
Yes.
She can do it. You can do it.
Yes, showing up.
That's what I tell myself too.
Okay, all right, and also we, excuse me, and we also have Mario Oka, who's tuning all the way from the Philippines. It's actually
Wow.
morning there, so good morning to
Good
everyone
morning.
over there tuning in from the Philippines. Greetings from Brixtonville, district of Caloocan North.
Well, oh no, I have never been to
You
Caloocan.
haven't? Okay, I don't think I have either.
We should go
Well,
back with the
I
crew
feel like
next time.
I feel like I have. I just didn't know where I was.
Yeah, I feel like that will be the case for you.
And we also have Dalia Terra Cruz, who's tuning in all the way from Thailand.
Oh, yeah.
From
What is
from
it? Swat,
from Thailand. Wow. And we also have Bo Simone, who's answered a question of the night, which is keeping them and he says having them actively attend our worship service and having them a strong faith. Wow, thank you so much, Bo. And I think he's tuning in all the way from Killeen, Texas. And we'll go ahead and read a few more. We have Hope Ramos tuning in from Edinburgh, Texas. We have Honora Caritativos tuning in from here in Humboldt, Texas. And we also have one of our resident ministers here in Humboldt, Texas, Brother Armand David. Thank you so much to all of our viewers and listeners for tuning in with us. Now, if you haven't already, please go ahead and answer our question of the night, which should be in our live YouTube chat. And our question of the night is, what do you think keeps a family strong? Strong, yes. So
Work out.
physically strong, yes. A family that
Work out together.
yes,
That's point time.
yes, a family that works out together.
Stay strong
Stay
together.
strong.
Stay strong together. Okay, so as we're moving on with our show, of course, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about our Christian family organization. So we do have an activity happening tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
But of all the activities that we've had, whether it be in the past year or maybe in the past 5 years, what do you think has been one that always comes to your mind?
Okay, so I'll answer first. I think one that always comes to mind is whenever I was back in my hometown, back in the District of Ireland. I remember
That's a ways from here.
yes, yes, definitely.
Is it a,
All the
One
way
other-
from here.
is it
Yes.
around the corner or is it down the
Um,
street or
Maybe just like a few blocks down. Yeah,
a few
10,
blocks down?
10 steps maybe.
Ten
But yeah.
Five to the right, five to the left.
Right. Yep. But back to the activity. I remember as a CWS, like this always just comes to mind. We had like a older brother and older sister day, or in Filipino, kuya and ate day. And so one CWS member would be assigned to a certain like CWS officer, and they would be stuck with them for the entire day. And through that day, we went through different activities. For example, we went to the park first, and we did a couple of like activities there. And then after that, we went to laser tag, and that was really fun. That was my first time trying ever like laser tag. And then I think after that we went to the museum, I believe. So it was just like a whole day together.
And what
just
was at this
bonding.
museum?
At this museum, I think there was an exhibit. It was with the dinosaurs, I believe, and then also about like the giants at Ireland. If you guys know about them, like the Irish giants, there's like
There's a lot of
stories
those.
about them.
Like made-up
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
I don't know those.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
If
But
you
yeah.
know, Google, I guess.
Yes. If you know, you know at least.
Bestie Google.
But yeah, that's definitely one that always sticks with me because I just remember like how much we ended up bonding with the brethren and like just how fun it was to not only have like that guidance from the older brethren, but also just being able to connect with them like one on one at least.
You started to feel the love of the brotherhood in that
Yes,
in
for
that
sure,
activity.
definitely.
What about you, Sister Mayfan? Of all the CFO activities you have attended, whether it be this year, last few years, or maybe something way back when, what has been your favorite?
Well, from my old district. See, it's all from my old district because we're not from Texas.
But we definitely love some here.
Am I
Definitely
am I
love
the
it.
only native in our team?
I believe so.
I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that, though.
I'm from the Philippines. I'm from our old district. We do have a lot of musicals. That's the thing. We have a lot of stage plays, like Digpi, which means Mark. We did that. We have a lot. We also have. We do a lot of stage plays. So I feel like that would be one thing that I always love doing with when it comes to CFO bonding activities because everybody shows up. You might not be in the part for the stage play, but you can be part of people who actually cooks the food for everybody in the team. You can just spend time with the team preparing the set. It's always fun. You get to see everybody from CWS to even the bookload, older bookload, new bookload, old kadiwa, senior kadiwa, young kadiwa. Everybody's just there, so it makes it fun, and it's not like a typical CFO bonding thing because it's just fun.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't know,
all
it's
in this
something
Yes,
different.
together to
fun.
create
Something beautiful.
right, to
Yeah.
present to an audience.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Makes it more exciting, I guess.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing with that with us, sister, sister Mayfan. So, of course, a lot of what we've been talking about is has been about family. So, I'm just curious, what's a funny memory that y'all have from your families? Okay, looks like Sister Ben already has one. So,
There's okay, there's definitely a lot with my family, but one that definitely sticks out was whenever we had went to an amusement park in Paris, and my little brother, he had ran off because he wanted to chase a duck.
and how old was he at this time?
He was around, I think, 4. Yes. 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 And I just remember he was there. I saw, and he was like pointing to me. He was like, "Look, there's a duck." And I'm like, "Oh wow, look, there's a duck." And then I turn around, he's gone. He's gone.
Honestly, it's fun.
It's fun. I mean, it's definitely like a kind of like sad story, but it's just funny because like he was called all he did was just follow a duck, and that was it.
He disappeared just
Yeah,
following
it's like whenever a mother duck follows their mother as like a mini duckling, I feel like that's kind of like how what he
that's how he
did.
did.
Yes, because he did watch a lot of like shows like childhood shows that were like that are about like animals following the footsteps of animals, and I think he definitely loved Jungle Book. So that was definitely a big influence, of him and like with relating to animals and just always trying to follow them. But yeah, the amount of times it's just funny because we were like, how did he just disappear because of a duck? You know?
It's like a little duckling. And
Yeah,
it's
exactly,
trying
yeah.
to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we definitely have a lot of these fun memories that we have with our families. But of course, as we're having fun, of course, time goes on. All of us grow up. All of us do eventually go to higher education. We have jobs. This is Ben. I think you're about to advance to an even higher education soon. Uh-huh.
Graduating soon.
So what do you think is the hardest thing about being the age that each of us are at right now?
I would say that I feel like we're all at different, like obviously, like you said, we're at different milestones right now. For example, I'm graduating. You guys are both working, and then you guys are planning ahead as well.
We have early, middle, and future.
I'll have all 3 right here for you guys. But yeah, I would say it's very Sorry, what was the question again? I blanked on it.
What's is the hardest part about being at the
Hard
age that you're at right now?
hardest thing. I would say just how everyone right now is also growing up. Because like I said, I'm graduating. We're all moving on into our next stages of our lives, very important stages to where we're not, with people who we've known for multiple years. And so having to be on that journey obviously makes you very vulnerable. But I feel like if you stay close to your family and close to, your friends in the church, close to the brethren, and increase your brotherhood, what's it called? You'll always, stay true to yourself, and you're always gonna, stay strong with your family.
I feel like that's one thing, a big thing. Yeah. That
Yeah.
and also one hardest thing is probably accepting that time.
Hey, our brainwaves, we're waving.
I feel like one of the hardest thing. Okay, serious note. One of the hardest thing right now is accepting that time doesn't stop. I guess I'm at that point of my age. Probably you. A lot of probably in my age bracket are feeling that already. That time is definitely not limitless. It's not unlimited. Things will change. People move on. People pass away, and then you also meet new people, which is a good thing. But sometimes you don't know if they're a good influence or not, and that hurts you if they're not. But if they are, then it inspires you then much better. But then I guess that's one of the hardest things right now. It's like accepting that time will forever change and it won't stop for you. No matter what you do, it won't stop. So I feel like, yeah, it's an eye opener for whatever happened recently. I feel like, yeah, it's an eye opener that every day you just need to enjoy.
Have fun, but live it wisely.
Yes.
Yes.
Be smart about
That's
it.
what I said.
Mhm. Okay, all right. So thank you all so much for sharing all these wonderful stories and comments with us in our discussion. Before we call on our CFO overseer, brother Matt Towns, go ahead and read some other comments in our live YouTube chat. Looks like we have brother Lionel Ornedo, who's actually one of our INC Radio members from Washington, D.C. And he says, I think what keeps a family strong is spending time together, much like what we've been talking about on this show. And we have Raquel Kayabiab, who says, by having an open communication, set time of family prayer every night, and of course, performing our duties in the church together. And we also have Catherine Rakoma, who says, the family that watches um, anime together, which I think is a genre of entertainment, and of course, stay strong uh, together. So the family that watches movies together stays strong together. And looks like we have our CFO overseer, Brother Matt Talent, with us. Brother Archie, how are you today?
Good evening, brethren, to our viewers on for this broadcast. Thank you for having me, Brother Justin, Sister Savannah. I'm doing well, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for being here, Brother Archie. Now, we've been talking a lot about the Christian Family Organization during our show. Now, could you tell us and also our viewers and listeners what exactly is the Christian Family Organization and what we do?
To all our non-member viewers, the Christian Family Organizations inside the Church of Christ is composed of the Buklod, which is for the married members inside the church, the Kadiwa, those who are not married yet, 18 and older, and the Binhi. They are 12 to 17 years old, baptized members inside the church, and the Children's Worship Service, those who are not yet baptized inside the Church of Christ. And through the leadership of our beloved executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, along with his strongest helper, Brother Angelo Eranio V. Manalo, the CFO coordinator, the church launches many activities, just like what we'll be doing tomorrow here in our ecclesiastical district. We'll be having our CFO Day, and it will be an activity for the entire family. And that's there will be fun and games, entertainment, and one of the highlights will be the what we call the CWS Passport Tour. And
Ooh.
yeah, so we're hoping that all the parents will bring their young CWS kids to join us tomorrow, because it's not just fun, it's also going to be educational, because they learn about the countries that will be featured tomorrow, just like what was mentioned by Brother Ron a while ago, Australia. And that's where the Church of Christ is established also. And through those activities, we are able to nurture the faith of the brethren. And we've been talking about bonding among the family
Yes,
members, right?
yes, brother.
If we are able to attend those activities, we become stronger when it comes to the relationship between the parents, the children, the husband, and the wife. And that's exactly what our Almighty God wants, and that's being implemented by the church administration.
Yes, thank you so much, Brother Archie, for telling us that about the Christian Family Organization. Now, as you mentioned, we do have our CFO Day happening tomorrow here in Humble, and we do have a lot of members of the church who are either already here in Humble, Texas, or either on their way here to Humble for our many activities happening tomorrow. We actually have a little video that we want to show to our viewers and listeners of exactly what we are expecting tomorrow. So, Kuya if you're ready, we'd like to see that video. Wow. Wow, we are very excited for our activities for tomorrow. And so thank you so much, Brother Archie, for being with us here on our program, as well as for always supporting us in these programs. And also, we also like to thank our Assistant District Minister, Brother Chody Sampson, our District Supervising Minister, Brother Noel Caritativo, our Executive Producer, Brother Emmanuel Endaya, our Station Manager, Brother Wale Taray, Of course, we also like to thank our CFO coordinator and CEBSI CEO, Brother Angelo Arano V. Manalo. And of course, we would like to thank our beloved executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you so much for all your support in these programs, Bo. And we'll also, to all our viewers and listeners, please continue to tune in to INCRadio Texas, which is every Friday at 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time, or every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to our INC Radio YouTube channel. That's INC Radio DZAM 954. And coming right after this, we have INC Radio Caribbean. Thank you so much. We will see you next time.
Happy birthday po to our beloved CFO coordinator, Brother Angelo Iranya V. Manalo. And belated happy birthday to my daughter, Lillian.